Hello everyone, welcome to my Twin Flame Collective. I am doing Twin Flame channeled messages and readings for you with the tarot as well. For those of you who are new, I want to just introduce myself. I'm Elif. I am a no tools medium, which means I channel most of my message. Everything that I am saying to you in the reading is a channeling. And I want to take a look into your person, where they're at the moment, what is happening with them in their energy, how they feel about themselves in relation to your connection, and your twin flame connection, and what's happening between the two of you, and also how they feel about you. Now, I started off wanting to do the 3 piles in one video, but because I channel and so much comes through, and I really don't want to rush it because I want to share with you whatever spirit is bringing through, I've decided to post them as 3 separate videos, but I will be putting the links to the other 2 in the description box below. Okay, now, those of you, the collective that is being guided here, Spirit is letting me know that those of you who are being guided to these videos are being in your twin flame, on this twin flame journey. You are struggling to disconnect from your flame's behavior. You are taking their actions very personally, and I understand how this can happen, because how can you not? When someone treats you a certain way, rejects you, blocks you, acts in a certain way towards you, how can you not think it's about you? What Spirit wants you to be aware of is in the twin flame collective, in a twin flame connection, you are symbolic of their divine feminine or their divine masculine, and you know in this case which energy you are in. Okay, who are you? If you're the divine feminine, then you are symbolic of that for them in their energy. You are part of them healing that part of themselves. Okay, you are symbolic in that journey for them. How they feel about themselves and how they resist that part of themselves is how they're going to treat you. Their willingness and their readiness to embrace it is how they will embrace you. It is more about how they feel about themselves than it is about how they see you. Because often you wonder, this person adored me and now they treat me like I'm nothing. And that is why Spirit wants me to highlight this to you. You need to tap into your wisdom and understand that you are an aspect of their journey within. You, as a divine counterpart, you represent a part of themselves that they want to connect with, but that they are afraid to connect with, and that they sometimes resist because of what it represents. Okay, so this reading is for pile 2. Okay, I have asked that you, in pile 1, at the beginning of that reading, I asked, and I will ask here again because I'm separating the videos, I want you to allow yourself to tap into your intuition. I've already blessed the space. It is a sacred space. Archangels in the north, south, east, and west hold up their sacred flame. I've shuffled, I'm ready to go. But what I want you to do is, I need for you to take a few deep breaths, settle into your center, tap into your intuition, ask your guides and keepers to guide you through this message, to help you to connect with which pile is for you. Is pile 1 your message, pile 2 or pile 3? When you allow yourself to center, ask your guides and keepers, the number will push up from your center. Okay. If pile 2 is not your reading, you can find the other 2 readings for pile 1 and 3 in the description box. You'll find the links below. Okay, pile 2, let's take a look at what's happening for you. Pile 2, this is an interesting one. Your person was born gifted. Always had an acute and keen awareness of spirit. They experienced various trauma they experienced excessive trauma in their childhood, some of which they've even forgotten. They've completely shifted out of their consciousness because it was too much for them to deal with. And they decided to disconnect from their intuition. Okay? They sort of swayed between going in and out with that. But they've always known that they're here to connect to who they are on a spiritual level. And they've always been searching for that. At the same time, they've been running away from themselves because their reality and who they are here in the 3D and the life that they live here in the 3D is not something that they've enjoyed. Their thinking has always been that the spiritual aspect of who they are is there and the physical aspect of who they are is there, and they've got to choose between one or the other. They've only recently come to realize that the two needs to come together. There needs to be an individuation. And so what this already says is that your person is very, very disconnected inside of themselves. Very intuitive, strong abilities, very disconnected inside of themselves, very, very distorted in their energy because of their trauma, certain philosophies that they've developed based on experiences that they've experienced which do not serve them. What this means is that they can show up in their energy as being distorted. Okay? This is not who they are at their core. This is somebody that is very wounded. However, this does mean that your person's been trapped in a very narcissistic energy for a long time. They would love to be connected to others, but they really don't believe that that's possible because of what they've experienced. They feel like they're very alone and like they can't trust anyone. They don't trust anyone. They don't trust themselves. So how they show up, especially the closer someone gets to them, they start to become defensive in their energy. They start to put up the barriers to protect themselves from you, because the closer you get, the more power or more ability and more access you have to them to hurt them. So this person, their actions, what they did to you and what's caused your rift was intentional. This person wanted to create this massive rift between the two of you because Spirit is saying they found themselves being too vulnerable. So their actions, they knew what they were doing. They hurt themselves and they hurt you, but they felt that's what they needed to do to feel safe. This person keeps telling themselves that what they did was right, that you deserved it, and that you were being manipulative, and that they are just, it's them against the world, and they can't trust anyone. But they can't help but find themselves face to face with the truth every now and then, and it tears them to pieces. Your person is a ticking time bomb. Since they've met you, they're not going to be able to uphold these toxic tendencies for much long. It's starting to tear them apart. Okay. Now let's take a look at what's happening with your person in terms of how they feel about themselves. Your person feels that they need to heal. Your person feels that they are healing. They know that they are healing. They know that they are divinely connected and that healing is part of their journey here. But they also believe that they are not really deserving of their wish fulfillment in love, which they came face to face with you. They know that their actions have been crap. They know that they did it intentionally to push you away. And they know that they are a sneaky and a shitty person. That's how they see themselves. They don't feel very good about themselves. This is somebody that wants to run away from themselves. This is somebody that keeps going back and staying because they don't like being alone with themselves either, you know. There's this disconnect inside. They are torn. They keep running from aspects of themselves, running from aspects in their lives, and that's how they see themselves. But they're feeling that in the end they're going to figure it out and they will have victory, that they will get it right. Your person knows that they're meant to be with a divine counterpart. They know that they are meant to be with their soulmate, and they are feeling that is why they keep finding themselves going round and round in circles, because they are in search of this reunion. They're really, really in search of this reunion. And at the same time, they're running from it. Okay, let's take a look at how your person is feeling about you in this connection. Pile 2. Now, okay, I must take that one. Your person feels that you are gifted. You know who you are. You are blessed. You are abundant. You know how to manifest, and you've got your shit together. That is what I'm hearing. They feel like you are powerful, and everything that you want, you will have. This scares them, because they wonder if what you want in them is what you want to see in them, and then when you have them and realize that that's not who they are, that you will just discard of them because you want what you want. They see you as powerful. Your person sees you as independent, someone that doesn't need anybody else. They feel a lot of passion towards you, but they're not sure if that's enough. They feel like they should have more, in order to be with someone like you. Your person feels that you have everything, so you don't need them. And why would you want to keep them around with all of their mess anyway? Your person pushed you away because they felt they were doing you a favor. And every time that they replay or tell themselves that in their minds, they have a lump in their throat. It breaks their heart. It breaks their heart because they don't understand why they were not good enough. Well, not that they don't understand. They don't understand why when they met you, they were not yet good enough. They waited for you for such a long time. And then when they met you, they were not yet ready. And this makes them very angry and resentful. Makes them angry and resentful with source to themselves. They feel like they failed. And it makes them bitter. They've shut down. They've shut down themselves emotionally. They feel it's easier to just be the rubbish that everybody thinks they are. This person knows that this connection with you will require work. They don't know if they have what it takes. They're feeling very guarded at the moment. And they feel like they have no choice but to be that way. They're in their heads about the situation with you so much that they're tearing themselves to pieces about it. With their thoughts, they go between these thoughts of how they feel about you, how they felt when they were with you. You brought out the best in them. When you were in their energy, when you were in their life, when you were together, connected, talking, spending time together, they could actually look themselves in the mirror. They felt that they could be the person that they always believed they were and that they always wanted to be. But what happened? Something happened here. Because everything was fine, and all of a sudden they decided to be sneaky and to do things that they knew would push you away. They did something that they knew would push you away. This person self-sabotaged. And they tell themselves, they go from they try and paint you black in their minds because that's how they feel they can cope. But that thought doesn't stay there for long. They try and paint you black, and then other colors push through. Then they try and paint you black and other, so they're going between, they're tearing themselves to pieces inside with their thoughts and telling themselves someone like them doesn't deserve this, and it was never going to be real, and it was a delusion, and they were just going to be hurt in the long run and disappointed in the long run. But this person has tried to steer themselves away from this with their thoughts. But walking away from you has led them to rock bottom. They feel total despair. They feel defeated. They feel completely defeated because they did this to themselves. They know they did this to themselves, and they feel like they've got to keep going in that direction which they started out on, like I decided to go in this direction, I'm on this path, I'm just going to have to go in this direction and hope that I come full circle, not knowing where it's going to lead them. Pile 2, this is your message about your person. This person betrayed you. This person did you a dirty. This person, you felt like this person stabbed you in the back. And what Spirit wants you to know is that every tear, every ounce of pain, when they split you in two, they split themselves in two. This person chose pain. They self-sabotaged. And that is what Spirit wants them to get to the heart of. They need to come face to face with why they have a tendency to do that to themselves. And so you need to know and understand that what they did, you're not a fool, it's not, you might have wondered, did I just see in this person what I wanted to see in them? Is this actually my twin? What is going on here? How could this person be so horrible? How could they do this to me? Spirit wants you to know they did it to themselves. To them, you don't need them. To them, you whole, you good. They didn't think that anything that they do to themselves would affect you as deeply as it has. All they were thinking about is surviving. They knew you would be okay. They didn't think it would hurt you as deeply as it hurt you. They set out to hurt themselves because they believed that it would protect them in the long run. This person felt too vulnerable. They intentionally did what they did, not because they wanted to be with someone else, or if that's the case, because obviously it is for some of you. That's why Spirit is saying that. But to create a distraction, to do something to make you see who they believe they really are deep down, so that you can get away from them because they believe you deserve better and you wouldn't love them. The more you got to know who they really are, the less you would love them. And they preferred the pain that they inflicted on themselves than the agony of you falling out of love with them. Pile 2, that is your message. Okay. For those of you who would like to get a personal look into your situation with your twin flame, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. If you would like to get a channeled energy healing, a customized energy healing for you and your twin flame, then you can contact me with that as well. Okay, thank you so much for allowing me to channel your message, connect with your energy. I trust that this message serves your highest good and that you were able to receive answers to a lot of your questions. I will see you next time. For those of you who have chosen pile 3, the link will be in the description box below. Love and light.